Shere Khan. Everybody's going to get all that iron. I've got to check, though. If I don't check, that'll be the one time somebody's in real trouble. Hello everyone, Thranxes here, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included, episode 24, where we're going to start by getting ourselves a new member of the colony. Oof, I think the obvious choice is going to have to be the 5 strength, 4 digging, 8 medicine. Alright, and you are... Blue Rose. Welcome to the colony, and thank you for your comments. I was looking at them about this section, and I believe somebody else even mentioned I should move the Wheezeworts out of the way of the geyser. I think that's probably a smart call, so we're going to go ahead and queue up some of this. And then we'll move the flower pots over here. Probably right next to each other. Try to get this pocket as cold as possible and feed the cold that way. Now that's just for the time being. The other thing I wanted to do was our cooking crew. That is, Delight, Herflick, Lord Bones, and Shark Walker are going to be the only people allowed to take care of the sleet wheat, so we don't have a million people running in and out. After all, that is why your base is over here. Let's see, Lord Bones, Herflick, and Delight. Same here. We're going to do the same thing with this one. Delight, Herflick, Lord Bones, and Shark Walker. Okay, so now you guys are the only ones that can take care of the sleet wheat. You should be the only ones able to cook as well. So the cooking we're actually going to bump up to an 8. That'll be a 7. That is, we'll make this an 8. Alright, we're going to need some more sterile place here to store all the extra frost buns we're going to get. I almost want to disable that door and just have people come in down here at the bottom, but maybe not. Body temperature, body temperature. That's okay. Once this empties out, even though this might not cool down right away, this over here should cool down fairly quickly. I still don't think this is precisely how I want it to be, but we'll address that. So let's flip this switch. We don't need to keep sending hydrogen that way. In fact, we're just kind of wasting time with that. Let's take a look at what everybody's doing. Oh, Sylvia Fox is getting a frost bun, or delivering it. Oh no, Sylvia Fox's designated eating area is over here. Oh, there you go. Master Mitty. No food for Master Mitty. He's on a mission. 007 Halfling enjoyed a good meal. Quimbeezy's getting some power. Shaza, catching your breath. So we got the mealwood harvest going over here for the trainees. There you go. And just about everybody else that doesn't have something to do, they can come help out with that. That's fine. Oh, many things to do. There's a lot of things to do. The temperature here is about to become a very mega serious problem. It really is. Especially because I didn't make these out of gold amalgam. And this, and we're having even weirder problems over here. This thing I don't want to run anymore. Let's say just straight up don't run. Let's not feed gas from the bottom one into the middle pipe. I want that hydrogen out of there. Looks like we're starting to oxygenate this area. I think what that means is we'll give a spot over here for the oxygen to lift back up. And then eventually we'll get this pressure, because the problem is we're not making enough polluted water to keep all those fertilizer machines running. because we're not running all of the gas generators because we have this tremendous amount of power here. And we were using it to scrub the CO2, which should be stopped now. In fact, the only reason that was running is because the slicksters were not doing their job, and of course, as I logged out and logged back in, they are now happily gobbling all the CO2 down there. So what does that mean? That means we can finally focus on plastic, which is going to be manufactured here. So let's get ourselves some plastic construction going on. I'm gonna try to keep all this a priority 7 if I can. All right, and then let's say 7 for you. For you and for you. All right, and then we'll just bring this one all the way up here like that. Let's see, now here we're gonna need mesh tiles, but not, maybe we'll scoot it over one actually, so instead it's going to be something like there, like that, yes. This one can go all the way across, which point we're going to create ourselves a little area here. Entombed? Oh, Sostus! Oh no! Who was that? Who did that now? Let's... Okay, well GG's saving you, so... I don't know what kind of shadiness is going on or what kind of drama there is in the duplicants. The duplicant, you know, drama, but we won't have it. None of that. Everyone is a valuable member of this team, and there'll be no attempts to entomb or suffocate anyone. Not on my watch. If I find the person responsible, we'll have to have a long conversation. Okay, that being said, we're gonna get some more Wheezeworts, which is good. Master MIDI! They just kind of left you here, didn't they? Oh, tough break. You can breathe, though, so I'm tempted not to wake everyone up. I hope that you'll take that one for the team and just sleep in this cold, polluted oxygen environment for now. But we're going to do wolframite, polymer presses, and we're going to do 3 of them. Oh, boy. Isn't that a little ambitious? Now, another thing I want to do... I'd like to get some storage right here for all these liquefiables. And then we can start talking about, let's see, petroleum. It's going to head up here. And over here. There you go. Wonderful. Now the power for this, the power line for this is actually going to come from here, which is why we redirected that pump onto the heavy watt wire line. No, let's go down into the floor. There's no reason not to. We can cancel that one. And let's go ahead and say liquefiable out of 3, copy settings, there you go. That way nobody's trying to carry all this snow and ice across here and leaving it when it's bedtime, and then, you know, potentially it thaws, and then we have that issue going for us. While that's working, I want to do something similar over here, where I get this pump onto the heavy watt wire system. So I'm thinking something probably like this, up, over, boom, like that. Let's see, we'll deconstruct these wires and give ourselves the heavy watt joint plate right there. That's good. I am happy with that. Let's make sure people can get in there to do it. And then also this is going to have to be a thing, which means we'll likely need some scaffolding. So we'll just do it like that. Right, and then all of this can be deconstructed. And then we'll just bring the ladder up to here. Perfect, that will work. Okay. Now let's take a look over here. How are things looking over here? It's about time to plant the plants over here. So let's go ahead and do that and see if this can help us out any. Oh, now we are letting some of our heat go here because I did not choose abyssalite tile here. I go back and forth on that, but really at this point I'm just trying to disperse the heat as much as I can. This actually should be a 9. I don't want this dripping on our thing anymore. But long term, this is going to be a fun experiment to mess with, but ultimately it's not going to be super necessary, and the reason is because once we have caught up with the flow of the geyser and all of the water is sitting over here, it will start to cool down as it's no longer being heated up. But for now, the sleet wheat is growing and becoming harvested. I'll make this one a slightly lower priority. Or wait, if all the ration boxes are a 7, then this one can be a 6. There you go. Oh, her flick. Thank you. Cooking up those frost buns. That's really good stuff. Everybody's going to need those. We're doing great on food. We're going to continue printing duplicants until the trainee area is back to fully staffed status. And let's start looking at getting this plastic squared away. Indeed. Very excited about this. So, our plan for this is going to be 3 sleet wheat plants, followed by a lot of temp shift plates, right? Ooh, just enough diamond. Or not quite enough diamond, rather. And on second thought, what we're going to do is we're actually going to remove these wires here. I know there's different ways of doing this, but what I would like is for the wire to come up like that. And the reason is because we're going to use a little bit of automation in this process. Now what we're going to use is the power shutoff switch here. No, Blue Rose. Okay. I assume that's how your name is pronounced due to your profile picture. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But what we're going to use is the... the thermo sensor. Yes, very good. We'll use gold because it's a better conductor, which we'll go ahead and put right here. Shere Khan. Everybody's going to get all that iron. I've got to check, though. If I don't check, that'll be the one time somebody's in real trouble. Okay, and instead of connecting this logic circuit to all of these individual things, which we could do, we're instead going to connect it to this power shutoff, and then that'll just shut all 4 of them off at once. Do we have any Wheezewort seeds that we can start? Excellent, we do. That's absolutely great news. Now let's see. I'm going to need a ladder here, and out like that. We can go ahead and dig this up, so that'll make all this easy to mop and get all these liquefiables out. But the next thing I want to do is set up an automated switch over here, or at least a switch we can control, similar to what we did to the other one, so that we can start borrowing some of this hydrogen. There's going to be a switch there like that. And then what we'll need to do is we'll need to get rid of these gas pipes here. And then we'll use the gas shut-off valves. About like that. And let's see, we're also going to need to deconstruct this one to get rid of that T intersection. Just like that. Now, the automation switch is going to be we're going to need a NOT gate so that we can toggle one switch active while the other one is not. Just like that. So now one will be active when the other is not, and they are going to need power, so let's wire that up. Excellent. So that will give us the ability to start piping our hydrogen this way. I'm not going to connect it to this pipe, though. I think instead we're going to run it this way, because this is going to be for our CO2 output. Right, so then the hydrogen will come down here like this. So we'll bridge here. And right, no. I knew there was an issue with the way I was looking at this. It's not going to work. We need the CO2 to bridge out. And just merge with that. I don't want it merging there. That causes pressure confusion in my experience. But what we can do is we can set up this little collection of bridges here like this. Boom, and now we'll get hydrogen over here, which will help keep everything cool. The name of the game is going to be to disperse the heat as much as possible so that these polymer presses can run as often as possible. We've got a few more Wheezeworts we need to get before we'll be able to start cooling this place down properly. And we want to trap the hydrogen in here, obviously. So let's see. This thermo switch is going to be send the active signal. Send the active signal if below minus 35 degrees. There we go. And it's not going to be as effective at first until we get the temp shift plates up, but then it should work fairly well. All right, we should start having a clear path for the hydrogen in just a second. I see the problem. You hold that thought. Oh, scalding. Her flick. Oh, sweeping stuff out of there. Okay, so how are we looking here? We're attempting to cool this section down, but it's an exercise in futility, and the pump is damaging. That's why her flick was in there, trying to... Well... Yeah, let's get rid of it. We're going to have to replace it with gold amalgam. It's just all there is to it. Sorry, Sylvia Fox. I'll start letting people who have their vitals injured heal up here before too long. I'm not going to let anybody perish on my watch. This whole thing is just going to be an unmitigated disaster if we don't figure out a way to cool this down. Well, I have a way to cool this down. I just need to start making it happen. This is all unreachable. That's fine. These are working hard. This can be mopped. What do we have here? These I want to be fertilizer. But I actually want these at a 6. Because what I'm going to say, even though this is somewhat... I've gone back and forth on this in my head, but I'm going to... Oh my goodness. Yeah, that oxygen is going everywhere because we're just not making any fertilizer. Stop. Oh, we're going to be pushing... Oh no, it's getting filtered out. Oh, thank goodness I have that filter there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say the cooking crew can't come in here to get the fertilizer, actually. So that's Shark Walker's not allowed in, Lord Bones, Her Flick, and Delight. You guys are not allowed to get your own fertilizer for the sleet wheat. That means other people are going to have to... what happened here? Other people are going to have to get the fertilizer and bring it to your section. And then once they have brought it to your section, then... Alright, cancel. It's just polluted water. No, that water is in a bottle. Okay, good. They'll bring it to you, and then you can take the fertilizer from your section and fertilize the sleet wheat down here, as long as they're delivering it here. Which, really, they should be. Go ahead and make all those 6s. A lot of frost buns sitting there. Okay, well, I don't know how I feel about that. These are at a 7, so it should be delivered pretty regularly. We don't want any of it going stale. That's quite the waste. Fertilization. Yeah, so we're hurting for fertilizer. That's because the fertilizer is not being made, because we have this tremendous heat issue over here. Did we get the hydrogen out of here yet? Can we? Let's see. Vacuum. Wow, complete vacuum. Okay. There you go. So that can turn off, and you're almost fixed. You need a little bit more work, though. So let's connect these. Right, that is good, The other thing I'm going to want, long term, I'm thinking, I'm going to want a gas pump here. And we might as well go ahead and queue up some of that as well. Which is going to look like this. And we'll get more onto that later. Because we need to start getting rid of some of the air here. This place is incredibly highly pressurized. Alright, look at all these issues we've got going on here. Let's get this taken care of, everyone. Sweep all these liquefiables up. Please. And also, let's mop. And let's sweep these up. Let's get all of that taken care of, please. These need to be uprooted so we can replant them. I would very much like this whole thing here to be a big deal. So let's make it happen. Except for those. You guys can stay 3s. We can start sending the hydrogen this way, but until we put a vent on the end of this, it's not going to do us any good. But let's start doing that. So we can flip the switch right now. And we turn that off, it should cycle over to the other pump. There we go, beep, beep. And now we're sending hydrogen to the plastic area. Perfect. These can go to a 6. These are slightly more important than nothing. As if it's a 5, it's pretty much not important. Oh, we're so close to getting plastic. We've waited so long for plastic. So the million-dollar question is... Ooh, new duplicants. Hold on, before we answer that question. Strength, cooking, immunity, strength, athletics, digging. Destructive, terrible. Cooking, creativity, immunity, medicine, athletics, digging. Yeah, we're gonna have to go with athletics and digging. Hold that thought. We need to find out what your name is. And your name is... Oh, look at that. Otaku Samurai. Welcome to the colony at long last. Trying to get a lot of the newer viewers in here, but we also are going to eventually start cycling back to some of the viewers that have been with us for a while, which includes the next few to be printed out. So, unlike normally when you are you longtime viewers are the first ones in, this last group of you will be the new trainees. Fun. All right, let's get another weed's worth there, please. And let's just sweep all of it. Then we need to figure out what's up with these diamonds. And what do we have to do to get more of them? I know we have quite a few queued up in... We're not making any of that. Okay, well what we can do is we can queue up some more iron. And gold, just like that. The mealwood's ready for harvest, but the food is doing fine. I'm not going to worry about it. What did I make these out of? Gold. Yeah, they're trying. They're trying. They're doing what they can. But all of this is going to start cooling off now because there's just not that much water. It's less and less, and the water's going to be hot, but there's going to be a lot less of it. Oh, they're actually cooling down their little section over here quite well. I wonder, just for experiment's sake, and since we have an extra wheezewort, let's see what happens if we... Ooh, what is this? Fertilization. Oh my goodness. Well, let's get our fertilizer where it needs to go, shall we? I would like these swept up as well, please. Thanks. Where's our other wheezewort seed? Oh, there it is. I see you. Okay. No, empty. That's right. I'm going to fiddle with this thing till I get it. Oh, empty. Thank you. All right, we can sweep up this and these. Wow, and then that's almost ready to plug and play. Fertilizer is being delivered in mass, which means the sleet wheat will be well taken care of because fertilizer only has one place to go, and that's here. 6s are not being done. We've got so many jobs queued up that the 6s aren't being accomplished. So this area appears to be heating up a little bit. But this area over here is indeed cooling off as the hot water is flowing into it less regularly because we've bottomed out the tank. I'm tempted to reclaim some of these temp shift plates. In fact, yeah. I'm going to reclaim you and you. We're going to fiddle with this some more, but for now, I don't know if it's really worth it. Now, as long as these sleet wheats are 7, and they are... Oh, JC, careful, it is hot in there. I know, I know. It's very hot in here. Oh, look out! Mushroom, Shark Walker, you guys are about to get burned! Heat stroke. Mushroom got heat stroke. Ugh. And now you're going to run through all this cold, wet, dirty water. That's a good way to get sick. A real good way to get sick. Okay, it looks like things are coming along. This is slightly frustrating. Can we get... Why are these not... How do you like me now, number 9s? What do you think about that? What's not refrigerated? It's taking me here, but I believe it means here. Yeah. Starting to go stale, or at least it will, because... Right, we're heavily oxygenated over here. 200... There's not even that much carbon dioxide. Where the heck is all of our carbon dioxide going? That's what I don't understand. It must be falling down here. Yep, and then trickling down once it spills over. There's really nothing to stop it. That's fine. I'm not worried about that. We're investing in frost buns for our future, and that's what we're going to prioritize. Let's get some more of these temp shift plates going, please, and thank you. We can also sweep those up. Did we plug in our automated wire? We did, so I'm telling you if you're below... No. It should be if you're below 35. Why is everything here so warm? They don't have petroleum yet. They shouldn't be heating up that much. Everybody should be cooling off significantly here. Oh, no, the diamonds. Yeah, we're plugging in the diamond plates, and the diamond plates are very hot because they're coming out of the oil biome. So that's good. We'll give them a chance to cool down as well. And apparently this thermo switch is just going to flick back and forth while we're getting the temp shift plates in. They're going to be a little hot, but their temperatures are changing. It would be nice to say get one there and one there. Ooh, and then tie it together. That's what I'm looking for right there. I realize now that the temp shift plates, to use the diamonds, it's an incredible amount of resources, so you need to think as economical as possible as far as where do I want the temperature to be equalized the most. Which is what leads me to believe that the setup we have over here with our temp shift plates is an utter and complete waste of diamonds. There is no way these Weezwort plants are going to overpower this geyser as is. This is a challenge. This is my Everest to try to cool this down in as small a space as possible. Now I know I've heard, you know, in the comments, I've heard you for sure. There are other ways to cool this down. Pumping it over here is a very easy way to cool it down. As you can see, the temperature difference is dramatic over here. But I've been wanting to cool down these geysers at the source for seasons. Like, for a long time, I've had this burning in my heart to say, I'm going to take this geyser and cool it down. Now, I understand there was a way last update that you could use granite statues, because it was kind of a little cheesy using the way that things conducted temperature. I mean, it made sense. I don't think it was beyond anything I was willing to try, but from what I understand, that you can't do that anymore. That's been changed. Oh wait, we've got snazzy suits. Let's hook up some of our new trainees. Shark Walker didn't get one. I'm not sure how that happened. Sylvia Fox needs one. Mushroom needs one. How did you guys lose your snazzy suits? I don't understand. I feel like you guys had a snazzy suit. JC can get one. Well, we'll just make some more of them. And then I think we have... Oh, that one's already been picked up. They are fighting with that temperature. Oh, fighting indeed. Trying to stem the tide. Oof, this place is getting hot. Ooh, that's hot. But this area over here is cooling off more and more. I think if we mop up that polluted water, it'll let the regular water spill over a little easier. And then, of course, the water over here is cooling off too. Yeah, all of it is. Let's cancel those dig orders there. It's like some of our 6s got done. New duplicants are available. We're not stopping anytime soon. We can still hire 3 more duplicants for the industrial park. Ooh, oh, loud sleeper. I'm sorry, but I can't abide that. 7 strength. You'd have to have your own room. Wouldn't be a big deal if you got assigned to a base, but we don't have a base to assign you at right away. And you have to do training before you can do anything with exosuits, and you don't have enough cooking to go to the... Yeah, no, I can't. Cannot do it for learning. Yes, I don't want to be super selective with duplicants anymore because I just want to start getting them. So, for learning is good enough. You will find a niche. Kendrith, welcome back to the colony. Welcome back to the colony. There is plenty of oxygen and water and food for everyone now. I don't think we're going to auto-bottle that. In fact, I know that we're not. Let's take a look at these temp shift plates. Oh, we're down to the last one. Oh, and everything here is getting nice and cool. Look at that. Okay, all right. So let's start looking at plastic, and then we're going to wrap up the episode. And it looks like the only thing I left out for this to work was the pipe bridge. And that will at least get us started with plastic. We have lots of hydrogen, which that's going to be handled a very specific way in a moment, but it is also why we're not really cooling everything off as well as we could with the Wheezworts, because we don't have that hydrogen. And there's a reason I have not put a vent there just yet. Oh, look at, there it goes, petroleum. Oh, that petroleum. And that's because we're going to put a high pressure vent right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, someone can reach it. Just as soon as we get our first piece of plastic. Ooh, but the thin air. These machines are going to heat up fast. We need that hydrogen in here quick, fast, and in a hurry. As long as it's below 35. Yep, and then it shuts itself off. Right. Gold. We need that in there quickly. Is this all ice or polluted ice, or... I don't really like that. So let's go ahead and put this block there just to block that up for now. There you go, plastic and gold delivered. No, this is a super big priority. How in the heck is one of them working but not the... We're browning out. That's not a function of the pumps. We are browning out. We are running out of power. We need... That one can't be run yet. Are you being run? You're being run. How about you? If you're above 1200, then you go. And then this one here. This is super important. I don't know why this hasn't been done yet. It was priority 8, and the exosuit crew should have automatically come out this way and taken care of it. But we need to definitely fix our power issues. We cannot afford to run out of power. Look at this. We have 2 different batteries that are dropping out, Transformers are struggling to keep everything afloat. We're about to lose this one. What? You can't sleep? We're having power issues. Well, we're about to get some more power here in just a moment. Oh, look, this hydrogen came out. It's already helping everything out. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. So hopefully with these 3 resorts, the temp shift plates, the wolframite polymer presses, and this high pressure gas vent pumping in hydrogen, this area should be able to run for a very long time before it has to cool off. And then even if it does, we have the thermosensor here that will cut all of them off in the event that it gets halfway towards the damage point. But we are generating power now. Well, we've got both rows running. If we can get this next row running, we'll be in even better shape. This needs to go. Now, if you're above 0, this needs to run. So we need these to be taken care of. Please and thank you. Waiting for iron ore delivery. So that's our problem, really, is the iron ore is far away. We could tell people to sweep it. In fact, that might even be easier if we had sort of an oxygen bubble over here that people could breathe. As it stands, they're simply running out of breath. So then what we're going to do, because there's more iron over here we want to get, what we're going to do is we're just going to build a little area here, but that's going to be next episode, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyways, just for fun. We've made these in the past. They worked out fairly well. It's just a little area here to keep everybody able to breathe. Yep. And in this way, we could do this, and then it'll be easier to get all the rest of the iron in this area with a little pocket to breathe in. But that is where we're going to wrap things up. I meant to wrap it up a few minutes ago, but really, there's just no conceivable way that I could, in good conscience, end the episode without getting this going. And here it is, and look at that. Running non-stop, maintaining a very cool temperature. This system should be able to run for a very long time before it has to shut down and cool, and the more hydrogen we pump in here, the more efficient it's going to be. So this has been Oxygen Not Included, episode 24. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've had a good time watching. As always, I've had a good time playing. Please come back next time as we get this area set up, and then we're going to sweep up all of this iron in mass, so we're not waiting for it for construction anymore. And then I think from there we go towards the anti-entropy thermo nullifier device and come back at that geyser with a vengeance. But until next time, take care.